It's the thought every working America continues to have. Are we in a recession? There's been a lot of conflicting data, but all signs seem to point to a continuation of high inflation and the belief that we've already been in one. From June to July, consumer prices are down from a 40-year all-time high at 9.1% to currently 8.5%. While this decline is an improvement, inflation still remains too high for the average American. You can see the high expenses of energy, gas, electricity. They're even costlier than this time last year. But is there hope that this could end soon, possibly by the end of next year? Joining us now, we can welcome in the host of Wise Guys, John Tabacco. John, I want to just start with, actually, before we get to your interview, I want to get your take on this. Thursday night, our own Eric Bolling interviewed the president and CEO of Samaritan's Purse, Franklin Graham, who had a warning to Americans regarding the buildup of funding to the IRS that's included in the Inflation Reduction Act. Take a listen to this.
They will use the IRS to go after people that don't support their agenda, and I think when you see that they're going to be armed and things like this is a very frightening, and we're going to turn into what we saw in communist countries.
All right. First of all, I want to just say factually for the record, there's no reporting right now that indicates that these are going to be armed IRS agents. But in terms of potentially targeting Americans, I mean, is that a wild idea? Americans that would be political opponents?
No, I mean, I talked about this last night on Greg Kelly. We talk about it this week on Wise Guys. But me personally, I call it the cross the Rubicon moment, where they have decided that they're going to cross that Rubicon, they're going to go down that road. And, you know, I'm not a great European history guy, but when Caesar was thinking about crossing the Rubicon, he told his troops, once we go over this bridge, win or lose, everything happens at the tip of the sword. And right now, everything is at the tip of Merrick Garland's sword. And I think Franklin Graham's hitting it right on the head.
And just switching back to those CPI numbers, what was your reaction to the fact that we did see inflation cool a little bit for the month of July? Not a huge difference, but down to 8.5%.
People aren't feeling it in their pocketbook. I can tell you that. Joe Biden can, you know, run up the inflation rate to crazy levels and then go out and start touting a zero as a victory. As a former football coach, we don't celebrate ties. It was a zero. We need to get it down big. The Fed's action isn't helping, if you ask me, as much as possible. And I'm on the streets every week, Kilmeny. It's one of the things I love about my job. And I'm talking to people who are still saying, yeah, gas has come down a little, but it still hurts. But food is still going up. So that's, to me, not a good sign, because the essentials is what people need.
What are economists right now, John, projecting? Or can we expect this number to continue to lower, or could we see a potential peak again?
Well, I subscribe to the school of Stephen Moore. I'm no economist, but I take my cues from him. You know, I think the idea is the Fed has to take drastic action, continue to take drastic action, not react like, ooh, this is some green shoot and we'll slow down. They cannot. They have to make up the difference between 2.5%, the Fed rate, and 8.5%, the inflation rate, for them to get this thing under control. And remember, they inherited 1.4%. So while everyone's screaming about how great this cool off is, they're still basically up 400% in 2 years.
Yeah, there's not a lot of relief. John Tabacco, always great to have you on. Don't forget to watch John Tabacco, host of Wise Guys, every Saturday night here at 10 p.m. right here on Newsmax.
J.P. Morgan's CEO is warning that an economic hurricane is coming. Are you preparing? If you don't do anything, your 401k could be a 201k, and that is not good. So call our trusted friends at Lear Capital. For 25 years, Lear has helped investors own gold to protect against market chaos. It's a good thing. They can help you too. Get your information and up to $15,000 in bonus IRA gold. Just call this number, 800-880-4300. That's 800-880-4300.